Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, where tonight the Lexington Miners open up the 8th minor league season against the Nashville Tempo. Good evening, along with Mark Lopez. I'm Cameron Irvine on the call. So fresh and so clean, Mark, as these two teams get ready to square off here tonight.
Yeah, so fresh, including a fresh new brand on the field as the Nashville Tempo. New franchise taking on the Lexington Miners, almost a mainstay at this point in the SFL minor league. Cam, I'm excited for both teams. I'm excited for all the newcomers in the league who are going to be debuting their players and debuting their SFL careers tonight.
It's going to be a fun one. Nashville and Lexington getting ready to do battle tonight. Lexington's going to get the football first. Bossier City and Pittsburgh were following that. Scoreless action right now after a missed field goal. King Jackson got hurt on the first play of the game, then he came back, so already a ton of excitement here tonight in SFLm. You never know what you're going to get, and that is especially true this evening in the SFL. The ball's on the tee, and the hand is in the air. Takeda Yuki, kick it. We are underway. From the 20-yard line up to the 25. That's Alexander West on the kick return. Lexington in their grays tonight with the white helmets, light blue numbers, and the orange trim. Their quarterback is a returner, Chad Moore, Mark.
Yep, returner, a great player last season. Looking to replicate much of that this season. He was the passing receiver and second in touchdowns. So we might see a lot of that this evening. Passing a lot, passing heavy probably.
And goes in motion, and Moore will hand it off to the running back, Dion James, newcomer into the league, 6'2", 220. The rest of this offense with Moore and James, Alexander West, Ethan Flowers, CJ Parrish are your wideouts. Dot Williams is the tight end. Ovayanda and Lamarcus Jamarcus, the fourth junior, a couple of developmental players from Vegas and Charleston, respectively, on this line, as they'll hand it off for a second time to James, which will set up a 3rd down and 5.
And as you mentioned, Ovayanda's name, opening up a hole, pancaking one of the defensive linemen, and allowing Dion James to squirt away for about 4 yards.
So your lineups at the bottom of the screen for Nashville's defense in all white with the green numbers and yellow trim tonight. As Chad Moore's pocket breaking down just a little bit, and in one-on-one coverage, fires down the field, caught by C.J. Parrish. His first career catch has a 1st down for the Miners.
Welcome to the league, C.J. Parrish. What a nice catch. And Chad Moore doing Chad Moore things, throwing it to his receiver. What a throw, and what a catch to under duress, just beating the defender, staying in front of him, at least behind him, making that completion. What a start by Lexington.
So just into this football game, and Lexington already into Nashville territory at about the 35-yard line. We'll come out with 2 in the backfield, and Moore will drop the pass. Moore shuffles in the pocket just a little bit and dumps it off to the 29-yard line. That's Dot Williams with the catch. Chad Moore, 6'2", 200 for Lexington, has him a 2nd down.
Good passing all around so far. Perfect in passing by Chad Moore. 3 for 3 in the evening. And lining up in what looks like possibly another pass play.
2nd down and 3 for Chad Moore and the Miners. And off down to the 22-yard line. Picks up a 1st down. That's Dion James with the carry, wrapped up there by Bentley Bonner. This Nashville defense, much lighter than their offense, but they do have some shining stars. Connor O'Shaughnessy and Ralph Leopold on the defensive line. Development player from Baltimore. Offensive or outside linebacker Dallas Knowles, as this one is dumped off into the secondary for a loss of 1. Dallas Knowles at outside linebacker. Bentley Bonner at corner. Chris Delro at strong safety. A couple of names, handful of names to keep an eye on tonight.
We'll see how the defense matches up. And so far in this offense, 6 touches, 4 go to Dion James. Has been a heavy diet of Dion James so far.
Moore scrambling out to his left, now throws across the field as an open receiver, caught inside the 5. That's hauled in by Ethan Flowers, and that's a 1st and goal. Lexington coming up. What a start for Chad Moore.
Yeah, Chad Moore really slinging the rock early on, looking for those deep passes aggressively early on. And I think that was a very similar route that Flowers ran, similar to what C.J. Parrish did on his catch, and it was just open. Of course, Chad Moore had to go to the open man.
Another pick at the goal line in the Bossier City-Pittsburgh game. That game is still scoreless. We may have our first points of the minor league season here on the opening drive in Kentucky. Moore with split backs in the backfield. He'll hand the football off, and Dion James wrestled down after a gain of 1.
And so far, twice already out of the split jokers formation, both times for a run play. And Nashville will not be fooled the second time.
2nd down and goal at about the 2.5. Nashville's got 5 on the line. Handoff around the end. James finds some room and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, our first score of the SFLm season goes to Lexington.
And that was just a beautifully designed play. The 3rd time they line up in that formation. 2 times they had Dion James run down the gut. This time he's going to run to the outside, find space, jumps into the end zone, and he gets his first touchdown of his SFL career.
A great pull by the offensive line there from Lexington, and the Miners are off to a strong start. Chad Moore looks sharp in his return to Lexington. Lexington, one of the 3 brands coming over from the old era of SFLm, Lexington, San Jose, and Albuquerque, the 2 others in action in our second block this evening. The Miners off to a strong start with a touchdown on their opening drive. Now we'll get a chance to see Nashville from the 10-yard line on the return. It'll get the Nashville tempo up to the 31-yard line, where Switch Thumper will quarterback this Nashville tempo squad.
Yeah, the other superstar quarterback in the league returning to his former team, Cam. He led the league in touchdowns ahead of Chad Moore. I wouldn't be surprised if he also slings the rock tonight.
And he'll start with a pass. Switch Thumper has been sitting on the bench for 4 months, and that pass is caught inside the 30, chased down to the 21-yard line. That's Cables McGill, 6'5", 285 at tight end, hauling in the catch for the first down.
What a great catch, but what a turn of circumstances as McGill breaks this tackle after the catch, and he's just broken free. It was like a red carpet in front of him. The defender able to make the tackle right there to save for the touchdown. But what a play that come in right out of the gates to match Lexington's, intensity in offense.
Switch Thumper and Chad Moore about to get things moving here tonight. My goodness. First handoff of the game for Nashville goes to Stanley Younger, 6'4", 235, and he'll pick up 2 on the play. The Nashville offense includes Switch Thumper, Ace Ketchum, Stanley Younger in the backfield. Wide receivers are Easton King, Kenny Hendricks, Elliott Pope Jr., tight ends Cables McGill, Leon Sandcastle, and at center, keep an eye on Don Johnson. That's Kenny Hendricks going in motion, the electrifying receiver out of Alamo City. Thumper going to drop the throw, and Thumper will fire it looking for Hendricks, and just off of his fingertips as the Lexington defense all over that will set up a 3rd down and 8.
I think that was cornerback Kelly Key who made the tackle, at least the hit that made the incompletion. Lexington Miners first to put an incompletion against the opposing quarterback.
Thumper going to drop the throw, And thumper into the end zone. That pass is incomplete. So a bit of an overthrow, looking for Hendricks again. And that's going to result in a Nashville field goal.
And interesting because that's an interesting defense. Lexington lined up 3 on the line, but sent 6 on the pass rush, and that probably rattled Thumper enough to overthrow that pass. And that's the first 4th down we see tonight, Cam. It's a field goal attempt.
So 35-yarder, first kick for Takeda Yuki in his career. From the right hash mark, Yuki's kick is good, and Nashville's on the board. 7-3, 5-play, 51-yard, minute and 14-second drive. Both teams score on their opening possession.
Yeah, and both teams, or at least Lexington here, really this drive was just a one big pass, and then Nashville locked them down the rest of the way. But still a solid start by Nashville. Now their defense will try to keep things in check and hopefully not let Lexington score more.
From the 2-yard line, Lexington going to come back out on offense as West gets it up to the 31 halfway through the first quarter, and it has been a successful quarter for both offenses. Kind of a surprise, Mark. You know how it goes in the minor leagues. Sometimes you see games like Bossier City-Pittsburgh, which is still scoreless as they come up close to the half, but Lexington and Nashville's offense come ready to play tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It probably helps, Cam, that you have your top 2 quarterbacks returning from last season, and they're just showing off tonight.
First down and 10 at the 31-yard line. Chad Moore's got I formation here. Going to take a 3-step drop and flip it out to James out of the backfield. James with a stiff arm gets out to the sideline and picks up 4.
So it's another throw to Dion James. That's the second swing pass to James. This time getting positive yardage. The first time the tackle behind the line. And I don't doubt that we might see a play to Dion James. They line up in a formation where they handed the ball off to him 3 times last drive.
And off to James. He picks up a few more. That'll set up a 3rd down and 2 for the Miners, helped up by Ellis. Third and short. Handoff. James one more time. Got it. First down right at the pretty Miners logo at midfield. Tackled up at about the 48-yard line, and the Miners have another first down.
Yeah, they get their 3rd carry or 3rd touch to Dion James in a row. He'll get you your first down and more as he rumbles down the middle. Some nice blocking down there in the middle. I think he went down the side of Ovayanda. That will give them the first down, already marching into nearing the territory of Nashville.
3:50 to go in the first quarter as Lexington tries to make it 2 for 2. They'll go back to James. 4th straight time. James gets rid of a defender inside the 30, 25, and ushered out of bounds eventually by this Nashville defense. But it is a first down and a major play from Dion James.
Oh, man, he really just bulldozed that defender out of the way. No mercy, as we see right here. Boom! Ouch. And Walt James has the power, but he also showcases his speed after the hit. Picks up a lot of yardage, and it has been the Dion James show early in this game, Cam.
And fortunately for Nashville and this light defense, we don't have to say the name of the defender that was trucked and taken out of the play. Ball now inside the 20-yard line. It's Alexander West in motion. Chad Moore going to give it off. James is out.
Again.
And that is a 9-yard gain for his replacement. Lexington doing work against this Nashville defense.
Number 21 here. I wonder if that's the backup halfback right there, but runs to the outside as the defense collapses down the middle, and that's just easy money when you only have to beat one tackler. They pick up 9 yards.
2nd and 1 at the 10 for Lexington. It was Chad Moore a lot on the opening possession, but they've gone back to the run, and James is going to pick up the first down easily down to about the 5-yard line. So 1st and goal coming up for Lexington as we shoot for 3 scores on 3 possessions. And I mean, when you look at this Nashville team, Mark, they're clearly built for offense.
They sure are. They have 3 wide receivers and 2 tight ends. Defensively, they only have 2 star linemen and 1 linebacker. So that front and the middle of the field a little light. And Lexington lining up in this scoring position from the previous drive, they look to score again.
Hand off James around that right side again, and that's a touchdown. Dion James has 2 in the first quarter of his career, making a name for himself. He's going to be a much-needed asset in the pros this upcoming season.
Absolutely, and if you're a scout, if you're a coach, looking at prospects for the season, boy, Dion James really is putting on the show and already racking up some points in everyone's, ledger, some good positive points in everyone's notes.
Extra point is good. 2:11 remains in the opening quarter. 7-play, 69-yard drive for Lexington. And the Miners are off to a hot start. 2 possessions and 2 touchdowns. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. Nashville on the kick return up to the 28-yard line, and that's where Switch Thumper will start with it. I got to give Switch a lot of props, Mark, because he rode the bench all season long, did not get an opportunity to throw in the majors, but he's still here fighting for a starting job in the SFL, showing what he can do out there on the field. This is what the Miners is all about.
Yeah, and he had a solid start in his first drive, looking for something much better in this second drive to match the offense of Lexington.
I'll hand it off to Ace Ketchum. He'll pick up 4. Let's take a look at the rest of this Nashville talented offense. Switch Thumper, Ace Ketchum, and Stanley Younger in the backfield. Their wide receivers are Easton King, Kenny Hendricks, and Elliott Pope Jr. Tight ends, Cables McGill, who already had that deep catch, and Leon Sandcastle, dev player out of Vegas. Don Johnson is their center. For Lexington's defense, it's Darko Young and Brookie Burr up front. Jason Clay at linebacker. Kelly Key on the outside at corner. Safeties are Big O Renfro, John Jones, and Kev Say Jr. That pass is caught.
Ooh, nice.
First down for Nashville. Elliott Pope Jr. with the reception. Pope Jr., 5'10", 180 receiver, but he goes up and gets that one.
Yeah, one of the shortest in that position I've seen even in the major leagues. Shortest for sure tonight of any player. But yeah, to your point, he goes up and gets that. Kudos to Switch Thumper putting that in a place where only Elliott Pope Jr. can make the catch.
It'll be interesting to see what Pope Jr. can do throughout the night as they move him around in formation. That is Stanley Younger, the fullback, with the carry. He's wrapped up in the backfield with Darko Young and some of his friends. 2nd and 10.
And as we talked about Elliott Pope Jr. being the shortest, meanwhile, their backfield of Ace Ketchum and Stanley Younger, 6'2" and 6'4" respectively.
Switch dumps it off into the flat, and Kenny Hendricks couldn't haul it in. That's the second time it's bounced off his hands. So 3rd down and 10 coming up for Nashville.
Yeah, 3rd and long the last time they were in the red zone, so they were able to score this time. This might be a key 3rd down cam for both teams. Defensively for Lexington, and the Nashville would like to at least get into scoring position.
Thumper from the Lexington 44-yard line. Fires it. It's picked off. Intercepted going back the other way. That's Kelly Key with the INT up to the 32-yard line.
Kelly Key, newcomer as well in the league, and making a key stop right here. I believe that was off of the receiver. Actually, it probably didn't even touch the receiver's hands there, but Kelly Key in the right spot, in the right place, the right time, and he makes the interception, and suddenly Lexington will look to turn this into a huge lead.
And Big O Renfro, I think, was there to deflect that pass. And either way, good on Lexington's defense for making the play happen. They got the ball back at the 32-yard line of this offense that has looked very good here in the early going, as James is quickly bottled up after a gain of just a yard. Bentley Bonner with a nice tackle outside the 5'11", 190 corner.
Yeah, good positioning by Bonner. Played zone a little bit and read the run, made the quick tackle to the outside, and good stop right there. It's only a 1-yard gain.
2nd down and 9, likely the final play of the first quarter. And Moore will once again give it to James. He fumbled the ball, and it's recovered by Lexington. How in the world did the Miners get back on top of that one as we end the quarter? Another look at it.
He was caught holding onto the ball with only one arm, and that jarred the ball loose.
That is the end of the first quarter. Lexington maintains possession. They'll have a 3rd down when we come back. 14-3. Miners lead the tempo. Week 1 of the SFLm. Alongside Mark Lopez, I'm Cameron Irvine, holding it down here at SFL headquarters for the start of SFLm season. And we've got plenty of games coming at you quick. 12 games in the next 8 days here in the SFLm of round-robin play in the group stage before getting to the first double elimination tournament in SFL history. That's going to be fun. Moore drops back. The pressure, the pocket collapsed on Chad Moore, and his rushed throw is incomplete. Nashville's got their first defensive stop of the night.
Yeah, good stuff from Nashville right there. Pressure down the front, as you mentioned, but also the coverage to the receiver. That was thrown to triple coverage. So this play could have gone much worse than it did. But that's the first punt forced against Lexington tonight, who scored their first 2 drives.
The tempo on the return. How about SFL Nation? Shoutouts, Plain Belief. Yuki's in the chat. The kicker for Nashville's got points already tonight. Takita, let me know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly as a new name in the SFL. Dem Bones is here. Switch Thumper, Polytruth, Pseudo Nakai, Doug Day, Marco Swift, Ethan Flowers, and others. Let me know how we're sounding, how we're looking out there. Here on the opening night of SFLm. I know the championship was only 3 days away, but it already feels like it's been ages since we last did a game. Switch Thumper's pass is hauled in at the 45-yard line. Easton King's first catch of his minor league career.
His first catch, and what a catch it was, under duress against 2 defenders at the point of contact, and he really hung into that ball. Good job on him to not let that ball drop from his hands.
Third quarter in Pittsburgh, it's still scoreless. Both teams moved the ball a lot in the first half, but key red zone turnovers kept points off the board. There was a missed field goal in that game as well. So 2 totally different games going on right now. Nice cut back inside and fighting for the first down. Ketchum picks up 9. What a shifty move from Ace.
Yeah, what a shifty move from a huge frame nonetheless. I mentioned he's 6'2", 225. He's really big as he goes down the field, and kind of scary if you're a defender looking at a huge frame bouldering down towards you.
And Big O Renfro comes in to make the stop. 6'4", 213. Quite a large free safety. Just had enough on that one. Did catch him for the first down. Jason Clay, the developmental player out of Minnesota, one of 2 legend players on this defense. Two backs and 2 receivers for Thumper. And Thumper will fire down the middle of the field. That would have been a very difficult catch. Cables McGill, who already has 1 tonight, couldn't haul that one in second down.
And interesting defense, but they definitely read that well. They lined up an extra safety. Well, they didn't line them up. They had an extra safety cover on the left side where there were no receivers, but that's where tight end ran. That's where McGill tried to grab a catch, and he was well covered there.
Thumper does the smart thing and dumps that one off to Kenny Hendricks as the pocket started to collapse on him. And that'll set up a 3rd down and 6.
Last time they were here, Thumper threw for an interception. And last time they were here, it was also in the 3rd down situation. We'll see if that changes things. He lines up a bunch of receivers.
Thumper going to roll out, and that's caught. Ooh. First down to the 26-yard line. That is hauled in by Johnson for a Nashville first down.
Yeah, he rolls out to his left, throws to the right side of the field, but that's a good route by Johnson, running from all the way to the outside to the right, then cuts inside, and makes a nice catch.
First down for the Tempo. 7:48 to go in the first half, and Thumper's moving the ball once again. Switch, 3-step drop, hit as he threw from behind, but the pass is hauled in, a 7-yard pickup, and Nashville moving the ball up the field. Nicely done again from Switch.
Handsome fella right there, but makes a nice catch. You know, when you get hit a lot as a quarterback, you see how handsome you come out after the game. He sure is making it look easy the last couple of plays.
7:15 to go in the second quarter. 2nd down and 3. After another good throw from Switch. Toss out left, and Lexington all over it. Nice. Wow, terrific defense. Again, a kind of a combo play there from Kelly Key and Big O Renfro on that side of the field will set up a 3rd and 2.
And the story in previous season of the Major League is running and defense against running. Lexington showing here that they have what it takes, the defenders have what it takes to stop strong runs.
They bring a blitz, 3rd and 2. Oh, that was a stop until it wasn't. Stanley Younger used all 235 right there to make that play.
I think there was a number 25, so definitely not one of the star defenders who actually pushed Younger across the line, unfortunately.
6:20 to go in the first half. They'll go back to Younger on the ground. Man, Renfro makes another tackle. This dude has been really impressive so far tonight.
Like a missile. Quick on the tackle. That straight line speed is there. And then he just hits in the solar plexus and easily bring down a guy about 2 inches taller than him. Oh, no, they're the same height technically.
2nd down and 9. That's McGill in motion. Thumper drops to throw. Thumper end zone touchdown, and it's Cables McGill with his first SFLm catch, and Nashville's got 6 points.
And Thumper with the calmest of minds, throwing with a defender on his back, makes the throw. And what about McGill climbing the ladder here, makes the catch, turns around to the last second, getting ice at the back of his head, makes a nice catch. That is his first touchdown. Welcome to the league, my man.
And if you're in the chat, I want to make sure that I'm pronouncing your name correctly as well. Cables, Cabless McGill, perhaps? Let me know in the chat if I'm saying it wrong. Hopefully I didn't ruin your first touchdown, but we're getting used to all these names here tonight, and we're getting used to both these offenses that have been terrific. 11 plays, 72-yard drive, led by Switch Thumper, and this passing attack.
I think the kicker there with the extra point, his name's pronounced Takeda Yuki, something like that.
Takeda Yuki. Did he? He's in the chat right now. Did he clarify that earlier for us? I just missed it.
I'm assuming it's more of a Japanese pronunciation, and that's how I would pronounce it. But we do welcome corrections and clarifications in the chat for sure.
Good on you, Mark.
Pseudo Nakai.
Yeah, we know Pseudo
confirming
Nakai.
his name.
How could you forget Pseudo Nakai? I feel very fortunate, Mark. 0-0 in Pittsburgh still with 3:37 to go in the third. And they keep moving the football, and they just cannot get points. We got a good one here in Lexington, a shootout brewing. Two backs in the backfield, three receivers in the pattern for Lexington to start their fourth drive of the first half. Chad Moore slings it down the field, and we've got a penalty. That's going to move the chains for a first down, pass interference.
The first that we see tonight, a lot of these yellow flags thrown in the Major League against pass interference. We'll see right here what happens there. Close one for sure.
Kind of on the hook. You saw he got a little handsy there. Kind of grabbed the receiver as he turned and ran upfield. That'll be a first down at the 48-yard line for Lexington.
That's a big penalty, too. Moves them all the way near the logo.
High formation here for Chad Moore. 4 down lineman for Nashville out of the nickel. As Moore will drop to throw. That pass is tipped and incomplete. Broken up down the field by member of that defensive backfield. Will bring up a second down and 10. New playbook rules are in effect here in the minor league tonight. And we're getting our first look at what that all brings this evening. Stamina on running backs and fullbacks is normal. Not a lot of depth in the SFLm, but these rosters pretty good size. 16, 17 players at the moment for most squads in SFLm. Chad Moore will drop the throw. Wow, great route. Turning around near the sticks. Makes a terrific catch. Dot Williams, first of the night.
And the tight ends for both teams making some big plays, some athletic plays. This time Dot with a spin around catch, falling through the ground, picks up 8 yards for Lexington.
3rd and 2. Hand off, and that's Dion James shredding another tempo defender down the field. Gets a first. Quickly wrapped up after that.
And I wish they gave us a replay because there were also some key blocks that just gave Dion James a chance to look downfield, see an opening, and James able to give them another first down.
4:45 to go in the first half. James again, this time not going to get away. Picks up only a yard. McGraw with the stop.
Some key tackles this time as the same blocks developing on the right side, but this time the defense early on to the hit against Dion James.
McGill, I see you in the chat. Let me know how you pronounce your first name. Make sure I'm getting it right. As Chad Moore drops back, clean pocket, and fires a strike down the field near the red zone to C.J. Parrish for another Lexington first down.
And the passing game for both teams have been spectacular tonight, and much more so for Chad Moore. You see his stats right there, a quarterback rating of over 100. He is looking good.
Under 4 to go in the first half. Nashville trying to force a turnover or hold to 3. Hand off, James around that right side has had some space out there. Dion James gets away inside the 10, and Dion James scores again. Touchdown, Lexington, 3 touchdowns in 4 possessions.
In one half, he has a hat trick of touchdowns. He breaks one tackle, breaks this one by Bentley Bonner, and just walks to the end zone. As that final tackle by Dallas Knowles is not enough to prevent the score. What an individual effort, Cam, by Dion James.
Poor pursuit in the running lanes from Nashville's defense, and Dion James has another touchdown, and Lexington is up 21-10 on the Nashville Tempo, keeping that pressure on Switch Thumper and the Tempo offense. Liking the game so far? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of the SFL or SFLm action and help the channel grow through your support. The first down at the 25 for Nashville.
Oh man, Lexington, 3 out of the 4 drives have been for a touchdown. Nashville will be very hard pressed to try to match that, as they have been trying all night.
Thank you, Cables, for that that in the chat. Appreciate you. I'm glad I got it right. First and 10 at the 25-yard line. This is going to be Thumper straight back against a 3-man rush. That pass nearly caught off the deflection, but I don't know. Maybe he just didn't see that linebacker camping out there. Second down.
Perhaps it's a gutsy throw, definitely. Perhaps missing a little bit of that zip to throw it past the linebacker, but it's still second down. It's going to be more pressure if this was 3rd and long.
Second and 10, they'll try the run. They flip it out left, and again, the Miners have some pretty good pursuit out there. Ace Ketchum with the carry, picks up 5.5. Jason Clay on the stop.
The nice thing with their backs here, the backfield, is they have been really sharing the load. Ace Ketchum and Stanley Younger have really been splitting the load between them, and it's nice to see the balance of that run game.
Thumper escaping to the right, and it is incomplete. Hendricks again was totally blanketed, and that's going to set up a 4th down and give Lexington one more shot at points before the half, which has to make Nashville's defense pretty scared.
Scared and tired. But speaking of defense, this Lexington defense, this drive have been spectacular with the coverage, the pressure against Thumper, and they force another punt, the 2nd of the evening against Nashville.
From the 26-yard line, the Miners will get the ball up to the 31. They will have plenty of time off of West's return. Iman Kopak to Adam Grabowski in the Pittsburgh-Bossier City game. We have points. The Steamers up 7-0 on the road at Pittsburgh. All right, what can Nashville's defense do to slow down this Miner offense? They have 3 touchdowns on 4 possessions. The only possession Lexington did not score on, they punted the football away. They played nearly a perfect first half. They'll start with Dion James, who's been terrific in the first couple of quarters, but he's only manages to pick up 2, 2nd and 8.
I think the key point for the defense of Nashville, the key point that they have not been doing so well so far, is really that tackling against the run game. Just complete your tackle and send extra bodies if you need to.
Moore going to throw against a 4-man rush. Now rolls out to his right. Chad Moore has time. It's caught down the field. What a throw to West inside the 30. First down, Lexington.
Oh my goodness. The exact opposite of that last play by Nashville. This time, Chad Moore had all the time in the world. Eventually, the defense broke through, but West with magnet hands, hauls that ball in. And Cam, that was also close to being deflected, but it was just on the money.
Chris Delro comes up with the touchdown-saving tackle, but now Lexington has plenty of time with 2 minutes and all their timeouts. They'll go back to the run game. Dion James trying to run behind some blocking, picks up 4.
Wouldn't be surprised if they tried to go for number 4 here.
2-minute warning, 21-10. Lexington has the lead over Nashville. You're watching the 8th season of SFLm action right here on SFL YouTube. With Mark Lopez, I'm Cameron Irvine. The first 2 games of the SFLm regular season on tonight as Dion James takes the handoff and picks up 4. Huge 3rd and short coming up here.
3rd and short and already in the red zone. Got a lot of time. They got 3 timeouts. They really have the rest of this to play with. Their playbook's open. They go through their split jokes formation.
And off. Moore had to cut left because Nashville actually did a great job up front. O'Shaughnessy and Leopold moving that line, but James able to squeeze through for a first.
Oh yeah, despite the Nashville defense doing well up front, that is still a first down. That'll give more opportunities for Lexington to keep the ball moving. The clock's rolling, Cam. If they want to score a touchdown, they got to do it quick.
Down to 106. Chad Moore against a blitz. It's picked up. Moore dumps it off short. Ooh. That's caught by West, who takes a foot to his back. Will pick up 7 yards. 2nd and 3. First time out for Lexington.
Finally calling their first time out of the evening. Another nice falling catch by the receivers. I wonder if that'll turn out to be a trademark. That falling catch by a receiver at those have been working wonders for the Lexington catchers.
Nashville trying to hold to a field goal. They bring pressure. Moore, it is he through. It's caught. Touchdown. Alexander West, and it's Moore's first touchdown pass of the night as the Miner offense continues to dominate.
What a play, and West, this drive has been West all time as he just makes this catch here just in front of the receiver, no less. Of course, Chad Moore delivering the nice package there. That was just an easy touchdown, it looked like, Cam.
Chris Delro was in coverage, and he is struggling to keep up with all of these talented offensive weapons that Lexington has. Man, the Miners on fire in this first half. A 7-play, 68-yard drive for Lexington, and they've done it both on the ground and through the air in the first half.
Yep. You have such a star, Chad Moore. I think with now a solid running game by Dion James, Chad Moore will have the time of his life this season.
Kick is away. Good news for Nashville is they do have a little bit of time to work with on the clock and 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball up to the 32 with 55 seconds to go. So we'll see what they get on first down here, and depending upon what they get here on first down might show us if they're going to be aggressive or conservative to end the half.
Yeah, we'll see. They will be going to the half with an 18-point deficit, possibly, but it's a hill to climb, that's for sure.
They'll toss it out, and that would lead to believe conservative, as Ace Ketchum can't get anything on that side. Renfro out there again.
Yeah, Renfro with a nice tackle as he actually sheds the blocker that would have been the lead block for for Ace Ketchum, but yeah, it's still a good defense right there.
2nd down and 10, down to 28 seconds to go in the half. Thumper gonna throw. Thumper gonna be sacked.
There we go.
from behind. Darko Young has been close a couple of times. The development player out of Seattle finally gets home. That'll probably be the final play of the first half.
What a play by him, beating the man on the edge. That's the first sack on Thumper this season. We've seen a couple times already in this game where the sacker almost got to him twice.
3rd and 15. Maybe they'll get one more play off. Thumper going to try and sling it down the field. It is tipped and incomplete. Wow, what a way for Lexington to end the first half with a sack on Switch Thumper and a touchdown pass to Alexander West, as we have hit the break here in Kentucky, 28-10. Alongside Mark Lopez, I'm Cameron Irvine. Here are your first half numbers coming up. And some snapshots of the first half.
A lot of the first half really is domination by Lexington, Cam, and it's domination not only on one side of the field, it's on both sides. The offense really scoring well, 28 points. The key there is that that's 4 touchdowns and 5 drives. And Nashville, meantime, have been clamped up by the Lexington defense. That defense also dominating Nashville against the run game, against the pass game. And it's definitely a tough problem that Nashville will have to try to solve going to the second half, Cam.
Over 100 yards on the ground, over 100 yards through the air. Chad Moore, 10 of 12 passing in the first half. He was tough to stop. And we'll see what adjustments Nashville can make in the second half to try and slow him down. Nashville will get the ball to start the second half. And so that's more good news for the tempo as we begin the third quarter. Up to the 31-yard line. That's where Nashville will start their first possession of the second half.
One of the better returns by Johnson, all the way to the 31-yard line, and which is way above his average return this game of only 24.
What do the tempo have for us in the second half? 28-10. Lexington up by 18. Plenty of time left. Thumper wide open. Ooh. That pass caught. And a spin move down the sideline of the Lexington 41-yard line. Easton King. What a move as they caught Lexington in a cover 2 shell.
That was a nasty spin move, but King was just wide open. As you're right, in that cover 2 shell, there's just no one at least guarding that edge. King finds his way there, and he destroys Kevsey Jr. on that spin move. Kevsey Jr. does recover at the end there for the tackle, but that was nice to see.
Easton King, 48 yards on 2 catches. As Thumper fires it short, that pass is caught for 6. That's Elliott Pope Jr. with his first grab, and this is a great start for Thumper and the tempo offense.
So far, a little bit of a flip of a script as Thumper this time throwing to wide open receivers, as opposed to the first half where more often than not he's been throwing to where a defender could just tip the ball.
Handoff, Ketchum cuts up the middle of the field, gets to the 26-yard line. You love to see that. North and south running. Ace hit the hole quick, got the first down.
Absolutely. Just that one hole right there you saw trickle on in our instant replay. And that was quick by Ace Ketchum to see the hole, jump it, and get extra yards for the first down.
Stanley Younger on the block, too. Love seeing fullbacks with some run blocking skills developed early on in their career. As Ketchum gets the handoff and will only pick up one. Pretty play in the backfield from Price.
2nd and 9, only 1-yard gain, but looking much better than their last couple of drives to end the first half.
2nd and 9 at the Lexington 26, trying to keep the momentum moving. Thumper inside the 10, caught down about the 5-yard line. Cables McGill with another catch. Has been super impressive tonight, the 6'5", 285 tight end.
It's another similar route by Cables McGill here, only this time coming from the left side as opposed to coming from the right. And another kind of a catch where he just looks back at the last second, not good eyes, good hands, hauls down the pass. This time it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5. What a response from Nashville to start the 3rd quarter. Throw from switch, end zone, wide open, touchdown. Man, nobody on that receiver. That's Leon Sandcastle, the tight end out of Las Vegas, the 2nd tight end on the roster, all alone with the touchdown catch.
And that is the key difference between the first and the second half. All these throws to wide open receivers, and meanwhile the receivers themselves making themselves wide open, and that'll give Nashville their 2nd touchdown of the evening. Takeda Yuki will line up to make the extra point, and they're looking to fire back against this huge lead or deficit they find themselves in.
Extra point is good. 6 plays, 70-yard drive from Nashville. And now it's back up to the Lexington defense, or the Nashville defense rather, to get a stop. Have you ever wanted to be the play-by-play or analyst broadcaster? We are looking for passionate SFL participants or viewers like you to join the team for this minor league season and next major league season. Please visit simulationfl.net/broadcasting for more details on how you can get involved and get your voice on the call. West, who has a touchdown tonight already, gets it up to the 29.
We'll see if they score in 5 out of 6 drives. This offense, Cam, has been scorching hot in the first half.
Chad Moore, 10 of 12. Deion James with over 100 yards on 19 carries. This offense got a lot of work. We're on the field quite a bit. They'll start from the 29, empty backfield for Chad Moore. Ethan Flowers goes in motion. Moore, incomplete, dangerous pass. Blanket coverage. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, no, I was going to say that coverage for sure was pretty good at number 42. It's a little surprised why Chad Moore had to go there. Thankfully, it was just an incompletion, Cam.
2nd and 10. Deion James may get a carry here. Try and make it 3rd manageable. He does. And James is wrapped up quickly. Brought down by Dallas Knowles, the outside linebacker. Terrific play. 6'4", 257 will force a 3rd and long for Lexington.
We have seen a few 3rd and longs by Lexington, and more often than not, Chad Moore has been able to find his receiver. He has 3 wide out to the right side. He might either roll out or at least throw to one of those 3.
3rd down and 7. Setting up a screen. It's not there. And Chad Moore ends up having to scramble outside the pocket and throw it away. So Nashville gets the first stop of the second half. They will get the football back.
I mean, with those 3 lined up there, it was almost telegraphed that Chad Moore would look to that side. He sure did look to that side, but everyone was blanketed. Not to mention the pressure up front had to throw that away.
Punt is away to the 30-yard line, and Nashville's going to have some decent starting field position. So after a first half that was totally dominated, as you said, Mark, at the break, by Lexington, Nashville's got to feel pretty good, only down 11 with the football now.
Yeah, only down 11. if they score at minimum, they push themselves up to 20 if it's a field goal. With a touchdown, they cut the lead to 4, and they're going to really like that.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line for Nashville. Their second possession of the third quarter. Hand off. That's Younger, the fullback. Gets 6. Stanley Younger having a nice first game in the SFLm.
Yeah, he's already had more than a handful of carries tonight, and he has been looking really good in those touches. And he's also been the lead blocker for Ace Ketchum a lot of times, like he is here.
Second and 4. Switch thumper over the middle. Caught. Kenny Hendricks finally able to bring one in. They've been trying to get Hendricks involved all night long. Makes the catch. Another first down, Nashville.
This time it's a nice catch. A nice cut to the inside. This time he hangs onto the ball cam. I think at least one time in the first half he had a drop, but this time hangs onto the ball. Able to break the initial tackle and get 5 more yards of just about. Look at that. Switch thumper up to 210 yards already.
Not too shabby. 12 of 20. He's obviously been learning in his time in the pros. Trying to get a starting job and has looked pretty sharp here so far tonight. Younger going to get another carry at fullback and pick up 6.
And the offensive line able to burst through and get to the second level in a hurry, and that was enough to give, I believe, those Younger with the extra yards for 6.
Handoff, Younger on a pit. Younger almost got there, but boy, Lexington closes it down. That was close.
I think he got tangled up a little bit behind his lead blocker. Gave the Lexington defense time to rush forth for a tackle. It's a 3rd and 1. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a handoff.
Lexington shoots the gap, but Ace Ketchum once again hits the hole quickly and picks up a first down for Nashville. The drive continues.
It sure is. And once again, nearing the red zone. The last time, it was a nice, drive by Nashville for the score. Looking to replicate that here.
Toss out to Ketchum. We'll pick up 1. Jason Clay with a forceful tackle.
Ace Ketchum had been finding a lot of success shooting the hole down the middle. This time trying to run to the outside, and that longer distance to running outside, probably enough time for the defense to only allow 1 yard.
Hand off to Younger once more, so 3rd down and 3. This may be time for Switch to make it happen here in the red zone. Third down and 3. Toss out to Younger, and Stanley Younger's going to get a first down and more down to the 3-yard line. The big fullback is rumbling on this second drive.
Oh man, that looked like it could have been a 0-yard gain by Younger. Very reminiscent of Deion James when Deion James destroyed a defender. This time Younger shows his stuff and runs to the outside. That outside run slower than the shooting down the middle. He makes it pay. Oh, he's up.
And the pass is incomplete.
Could have been nice if that was a catch, as Thumper stayed up despite the hit cam. Would have been nice, but hey, it's 2nd and goal, and they're only 3 yards away from the end zone. A run here is still fine if they can pick up 1 or 2 yards.
Try to keep Lexington on their toes with a 1st and goal throw. Maybe they'll go, but they got Younger back in the backfield. It has been his drive. Stanley Younger takes the pitch. He fumbled the ball, and Lexington picks it up. It's big old Renfro at the 5-yard line. What a stand for the Miner defense.
Oh, the plays, the big plays by the big-time player Renfro, who has been on point all night in the first half. This time will first force the fumble. Ooh, what a hit.
It's that combination again, Mark, of Kelly Key and Big O Renfro, the corner and safety on that side. They have just been masterful.
Yeah, the way they utilize the defensive backs in run support have been working wonders, that's for sure.
Handoff after the forced fumble. That is Dion James gets the carry. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 4. Sorry, Mark, I was a little distracted. Pittsburgh at a 4th and goal. In a tie game, they lined up to go for it. Oh, they are going to go for it. Wow, that game is getting nuts. Dion James, 21 carries, 120 yards is the updated numbers for him.
Ooh. James rumbling for another 1st down, bringing down 2 defenders with him. That was Bentley Bonner. Bentley Bonner, 5'11", against Dion James, 6'2", 3 solid inches bigger. Looking like a kid against the big guy.
So 1st down at the 17-yard line for Lexington, and Dion James will take the handoff and not get much there. This Nashville defense has been much better in the second half, containing James. Bring up a 2nd down and 9.
They've been much better for sure in 1st downs, as this is the 2nd time that they've only allowed 1 yard in the 1st down carry against Dion James in the half.
Handoff to James, and again, James not much there. That was Connor O'Shaughnessy, the defensive end, closing it down. And that's a great play from Nashville's defensive front to set up a 3rd down and 8.
A lot of the newcomers on defense definitely doing work against Lexington.
3rd and 8, 1:50 to go. In the 3rd quarter, that pass is caught, but it's going to be short of the 1st down line. Dot Williams with the catch, but Chris Delro with the wrap-up tackle. And Nashville gets another stop. This has turned very interesting here in this second half.
You were mentioning way earlier in the game that Nashville's pursuit have been poor. This time, Chris Delro, despite being beat on the route by Dot Williams, he was able to close the gap and make the key tackle you saw right there, preventing the 1st down conversion.
So 1st down at the 37-yard line for Switch Thumper, as Nashville almost cut the deficit down to 4 on the last possession, but a Stanley Younger fumble at the 5. They relied on him just a little bit too much on that drive. I think he may have gotten gassed, and he coughed the ball up, but Nashville's defense hanging tough in this second half, giving Thumper yet another opportunity here. 1st down, they'll dump it off to the 44-yard line. That's a pickup of 6. Kenny Hendricks with the catch.
And Hendricks, nice catch. Back-to-back receptions by Hendricks. In spite of his tough 1st half. Again, blanketed Cam. 2 defenders on him, but he hauls this in.
Handoff, Ace Ketchum. Look at Lexington all over him in the backfield. 3 different defenders make the play to set up a 3rd down and 6. That's Kev Say Jr. with the stop.
Blitzing a lot of defenders there, and that was good enough to get to the backfield, slow them Ace Ketchum, and tackle Ace Ketchum.
3rd and 6, Switch Thumper trying to convert against a 3-man rush, and he overshot his intended target. Now Lexington's defense is the one that comes up with another clutch stop. So Nashville will have to punt it away. I think we got a new guy in the chat. Dwight Smith, how can I get into this league? And Danny Carmichael, thanks for being spot on and helping him out. Simulationfl.net has all your information. Nashville's going to punt it away as we wind down towards the end of the third quarter. Fair catch called for at the 19-yard line. And Alexander West will field it cleanly there. So Chad Moore, 10 of 12 in the first half. But Lexington's offense really kept in check here in the third quarter, which has been kind of a surprising, but it just goes to show you the second half adjustments are there, Mark.
Yeah, second half adjustments, but also the in-game adjustment as Lexington, despite allowing a scoring drive, able to force a punt.
.23 seconds to go in the third. Hand off to James, and James is dropped in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. If you're just joining us from Pittsburgh, the final score, the Pittsburgh Riverhogs hit an 18-yard field goal walk-off with 1 second left. Mark, it was 7-7. Pittsburgh lined up to go for it on 4th and goal. At the 3, they got a pass interference penalty, and then they kicked the game winner. Pittsburgh did not have an offensive touchdown in the game. They got the score on a pick 6. That's how that one ended. 10-7. Pittsburgh gets the win over Bossier City here on opening night. Wild stuff, man.
In the meantime, this game is scoring about 3 times as much as that game.
And we knew it was going to early in this one.
We did.
We had the scoring fast and furious. Both offenses have kind of settled down here as Chad Moore on a deep shot. Third down, tipped up in the air and almost intercepted. That will bring up third down. Chris Delro dots Dallas Knowles says, thanks, man. That was a nice play over the middle of the field. 3rd and long for Lexington.
3rd and long. Last 3rd and long also did not convert for Lexington. Nashville really have a lot of they have the 2-yard allowance, and look at that 3 bunch to the left again.
3rd down and 12. Nashville following Alexander West, who already has a touchdown tonight. Moore takes a deep drop back. He'll dump it off on a screen. Room for James, and James stepped out of bounds. He tried to turn the corner, and he stepped out short, 1 yard away. Chad Moore can't believe it.
Yeah, that was actually a well-chosen play by Moore. That throw that you wouldn't think you would throw, the swing pass to the halfback, you wouldn't think to throw that in 3rd and 12. But the defense didn't think that either, and so they were left wide open. Unfortunately, James 1 yard shy before running out of bounds.
From the 34, Nashville on the return. More great field position for the tempo coming up at the 39-yard line here with 9.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Now available, free to download. You can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com. Search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23. Retroid, the official console of the SFL. Switch Thumper going to start the drive. 3-step drop back and fire it short to Kenny Hendricks. Picks up 4.
The last 3 completions by Thumper have all been to Kenny Hendricks. So Kenny Hendricks picking up the pace and the slack in the passing game. Everyone else really have to step up.
2nd and 6. Hendricks catching fire. They run a counter to Younger. Younger breaks a tackle, but great pursuit in the backfield from the Miners defensively. Will set up a 3rd down and 5. They've gone a little bit away from Ace Ketchum in the second half, which has been kind of surprising.
Yeah, it is surprising. Ace Ketchum was generating a lot of the yards in that one drive before the fumble. They have him split backs with Younger, but it's not a run.
Switch has to get rid of it and is sacked. Second sack of the night for Lexington. A combo stop in the backfield. They're going to give 93 the primary credit. We're going to get another look at it, but another critical play from the Lexington defensive front in this game.
You have the split backs there, but unfortunately they all ran swing routes, and that's 2 less protection for Thumper, and that was the 2 extra sackers that met him for a huge sack.
And Young, I think, got credited for a half a sack there. So Darko Young, the Seattle Nemesis defensive lineman, now with a sack and a half tonight. West gets it up to the 28-yard line. And Alexander West is hurt. That is a critical loss for this Lexington offense, the only receiver with a touchdown tonight.
Huge loss for them. Fortunately, their offense, they definitely have some depth in the offense. 2 more wide receivers there. The tight end, Deion James, still working wonders. But they'll miss him, that's for sure.
.8:07 to go in the fourth. Lexington holding on to a 28-17 lead. They led 28-10 at the half, and they've just been clinging to it here in the second as Deion James once again quickly wrapped up. That's Bentley Bonner with the tackle for Nashville, 2nd and 10.
And it almost feels like his total yards in the second half is kind of like maybe only 10 to 15, as he has been tackled a lot for about a 0-yard gain this time.
Had that one long run for the touchdown, but otherwise has struggled to break free. That is a 3-yard pickup. And another critical 3rd down coming up for Chad Moore. They've tried this dump-off screen a couple of times and failed to convert the 3rd. We'll see what they do here.
2 wideouts, 3 on the right for Moore. The last time they motioned 1 man, but they'll go for the pass here.
Time look for Nashville. Moore out to the left, incomplete.
Nice.
Blanket coverage down the field by Chris Delro, who's had a much better second half, and Nashville's defense comes away with their 3rd consecutive stop of the second half.
And that is maybe where you're gonna miss Alexander West the most. They had Dot Williams run that route, and Chris Delro making the play, making that catch so difficult that it turned into a drop.
At the 30, a fair catch called for. And Switch Thumper will get another opportunity. Missed opportunities in the second half for Nashville. That fumble still looms large from Younger inside the 5-yard line. And Kelly Key and Big O Renfro are my players of the game so far, Mark, because those 2 on defense for Lexington have been killing it all night.
I'll have to agree. Between the fumble forced, the deflections, they have been incredible.
Switch Thumper drops to throw again, a short middle to Kenny Hendricks. Is like that play on 1st down here in the second half. It is a yard gainer, 6 on that one.
Absolutely. That pass to Kenny Hendricks, as you mentioned down the middle, have been their favorite so far. And then 2 drives in a row after that play, they go for a run to Younger. Looks like Younger's lined up there again.
And Younger's got a huge lane right up the middle of the field. That's as easy as they come. Kev Say Jr. cleans it up at the end of the play, but not before Nashville gets an easy 1st down.
That was all the blocking up front that opened the hole, but also, I think really their go-to has to be down the middle. They have been faster and stronger down the middle. Whenever they ran outside, they have been more often than not caught off and tackled.
We've got 87 viewers tonight on the opening of Minor League. Thanks for coming over from the Bossier City-Pittsburgh game as Ace Ketchum picks up a yard. Shout-outs to next in the building. James Walters, Chris Delro, Danny Carmichael, Mojo McLean, Takita Yuki, Jason Clay, TJ Harper, Marco Swift, JW Hartshorn, and many others. 2nd and 9. Under 6 to play in the 4th. Hand off to Younger. Younger's got some space, picks up 5. 3rd down and 4, but Mark, Nashville's going to have to kick it and hide, kick up the tempo, you might say, on this drive if they're going to stand a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Time is not in their favor. 5.5 minutes. But it looks like they might stick with the ground game here. A pass would be nice to definitely up the tempo.
And Switch has it. First down to the 39-yard line. Change of pace. Kenny Hendricks, again, has got at least 6 or 7 grabs here this evening.
In a row.
Yeah.
In a row, no less. And look at, yeah, that's this cut to the inside. What almost looks like a post route by Hendricks. That and then that throw by Thumper to him have been their bread and butter.
1st and 10. Catch him in the backfield. 5:05 to go in a ticking fourth. They'll run it to catch him on 1st down to the outside, and Lexington once again has great playmakers out there to make the stop. Jason Clay and company there after a 5-yard pickup.
And as much as 5 yards is a decent gain, they're down to 4 minutes, 45 seconds, 44, and they really need to go.
2nd and 5. If they get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion on this drive, they'll be okay. But they're putting themselves in a predicament. Say Jr. with the stop. 3rd and 5. Got to throw.
Yeah, they're not even in field goal range. They definitely have to throw here.
And we don't know what Yuki's range is either as he continues his growth in the minor league. Hendricks goes in motion. Lexington switching some things up defensively. Down to 4:06 to go in the 4th. Switch Thumper back to pass against a late blitz. Thumper down the middle. Caught. Hendricks again. 1st down inside the 20-yard line. The Alamo City Artillery player been a lifesaver for Switch Thumper in the 2nd half.
And that's the same route, Cam, that he has been running for those completions, cutting to the inside from the outside position, and especially from the right outside position, and really making the defense pay down the middle. Hendricks has been 6 of the last completions of Thumper.
Thumper pass inside the 10, and it's knocked away. Hendricks, the intended target, and you could see Kelly Key like a missile. Like, no way in how is he going to get another catch.
Yeah, really keyed into that play. You know, you're not going to fool me 7 times in a row.
2nd and 10 off the incompletion. Thumper locked in on Hendricks. Can he find somebody else open? Pass is caught inside the 10, rolling down to the 1-yard line. That pass was hauled in by Elliott Pope Jr. They rush up to the line on 1st and goal. Thumper going to throw for the goal line. Dumps it off to catch him out of the backfield. Touchdown, Nashville. What a drive.
He gets his first touchdown. I believe it was Younger with the first rushing touchdown. And now Ketchum gets his first. They put 6 on the board. And this game is not yet over, Cam.
And they're going to go for 2. I think it caught Lexington off guard a little bit. They're going to kick the extra point. That is surprising. Okay. Oh, they're going to fake it. And it is caught. And it is a 2. Oh, he didn't get it. He did not get it. He never crossed the plane as he was trying to score. Leon Sandcastle, the 2-point attempt. He never got it. Oh, it's the minor league. We let it all go here. Oh, I'm trying to. I don't think we're going to be able to get to the replay in time. That's so unfortunate. I wanted to take another look at it. That was a brilliant play. I thought Sandcastle was going to get it. Nashville does kick it deep, though, and they'll play some defense with 3:16 to go.
Oh, man. A gutsy play. It was the completion, too. But, that could have been amazing, Cam.
It was almost like Leon Sandcastle was trying to outrun the defender to the pylon, just turn the ball upfield. Almost completed.
He needed to stretch his arms out with the ball, cross the plane. He couldn't do it.
Wow. What a wild start to SFLm Season 8. You got Pittsburgh going for it on 4th and goal and getting a PI. Wins the game with a field goal. And then there, a fake extra point that almost succeeded to star player Leon Sandcastle, who just couldn't turn the corner. Now Chad Moore. Pass is incomplete, knocked away brilliantly by the Nashville secondary. The tempo have totally turned this game on its head, 13 unanswered.
And to think that fumble at that one drive was their other scoring opportunity. This game could have been flipped the other way.
Moore now out of the shotgun on 2nd down and 10. Lexington pressing. Dion James has been very quiet in the second half. They throw it quickly. Safe pass. Picks up 2 yards and keeps the clock moving. That's Ethan Flowers with the reception.
The key 3rd down defensive stop here for Nashville. They want to give themselves any hopes of keeping this game alive. They got to do it here.
3rd down and 8. They need just past the 43. Nashville changing the play defensively. 4 receivers in the pattern for Lexington. We've seen this out of them on 3rd down in the second half. Chad Moore's pass is off target, and Nashville's going to get the ball back with a stop clock.
Man, Chad Moore, the first half 10 for 12. This half, it almost feels like he's about a 50% completion rate. In between all the 3rd and longs, he's unable to complete, and another 3rd and long and completion here.
Lexington's got to punt it away. 28 points in the first half. Nothing in the second half. Just shows Mark how important it is to have diversity throughout your playbook. Nashville is locked in on some different schemes in the second half, and it has paid off.
Yeah, some different schemes, but also effective schemes. So variety is good for sure, but you also want to have a good plays to make up your variety, and those good plays are coming out here for Nashville.
Thumper down the middle, incomplete. Hendricks was the crosser on that play, but they switched it up, tried to go to Cables McGill, and he dropped it. 2nd down.
So would have been close. That could have been a catch. But hey, that stops the clock.
2:21 left, all 3 timeouts in the 2-minute warning, but Nashville does need a touchdown. They're going to hand it off to Ketchum, and Ketchum will make it a more manageable 3rd down. Don't think they're going to get another playoff before the 2-minute warning. They could.
I wouldn't.
They might. 2:03.
That's why I'm not the coach.
2:01. Nope, didn't get it off. That is the 2-minute warning. What a photo finish we have in store. Can Nashville complete an 18-point halftime comeback? We'll find out next. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. Alongside Mark Lopez, I am Cameron Irvine. We have been treated to a fantastic game here in Kentucky tonight. 3 receivers, 2 backs for Ace. They go out in the pattern, and Darko Young gets the sack. We saw that earlier in the game. Mark, the 2 backs leave Thumper all alone, and they pay the price.
They do, and Darko Young, what is that up to now? 2.5 sacks in this game. Yes, for 15 yards, and that might have been the defensive play of the evening. They'll go for 4th down for sure, but that sack was backbreaking.
4th and 10 may be the ball game. Thumper got to get it away, and the pass is overthrown. Thumper got spooked by an incoming pass rush, and 1 first down will end this football game, and Lexington may just hold on. Just an overthrow.
A first down. I think they're almost in scoring range, just a few more yards away, if I'm not mistaken. A field goal here will still keep them in a one-sport game, surprisingly.
Ian Dagon is the Lexington kicker. We've only seen him attempt 4 extra points tonight. He'll try to get it to Dion James, who's been real quiet in the second half. Can he erupt in the final stages? He gets a very quick 9 yards. That is trouble for Nashville, who's been fighting this entire second half to come back in this one.
Well, he does erupt there for 9, and that's going to be a hard 1 yard to try to defend.
A solid night for James. Most of it came in the first half. He can win it for his team right here. Hand off, James got it. Up the middle, past the 15,
referee,
down to the 11. Timeout Nashville, and it is not on their side. I think some knees will be coming soon.
Boy, what a game this has been to start off this season for Nashville, for Lexington, and for the minor league.
An incredible start to this season with all these young players. SFLm action continues tonight at 10:15 p.m. Eastern. That's coming up in about 25 minutes. The Chicago Warriors make their debut, hosting the San Jose Flight at 10:30. The Albuquerque Adams head to Philadelphia to take on the new-look Cougars. Watch a whole batch of new players making their debuts next. 2 more knees should do it for Lexington. Man, Mark, Nashville showed a lot of grit to just have 5-star defenders on this roster, and to shut out Lexington in the second half was pretty impressive. I think this team's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. And even in offense, definitely they came up against a stouter defense, but a lot of room for improvement for sure, especially with the protection of Switch Thumper.
Down to 46 seconds on the clock. 4th down, they may kick it. Well, let's see. Boy, it's right there. They may have to snap this football, Mark. But it may put them up 8, and that be the end of it.
I think the game clock is just a few milliseconds ahead, and the game might end before they need to snap. We'll see.
Yeah, it doesn't get closer than that. I don't think I've ever seen that, Mark. That is wild. Lexington's going to get the win. Yeah, it looks like 28-23. They are not going to have to snap it. What a comeback for Nashville, but it falls short, and Lexington's going to improve to 1-0 on the season. Who was your player of the game tonight, Mark? That was an impressive showing.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm going to be with you. It's going to be players of the game as Renfro and Key for the defense of Lexington. Really making key plays. I mean, in the end, they allowed 13 second half points, and that looks bad against their 0 points. But then really, that's Nashville's defense kicking up their, abilities in the second half. But the steady defense of Lexington, I think I got to give it to those 2 people.
All 4, and I couldn't agree with you more, Mark. They were terrific defensively. All 4 teams in the first block of the minor leagues go over 300 yards of offense tonight. Both of these star quarterbacks had a QBR of over 100 this evening. Just 1 interception between them. That was Switch Thumper. But the difference, Darko Young, who silently maybe also deserves credit for player of the game. He had 2.5 sacks tonight. James gets 28 carries. Nashville does a beautiful job of splitting carries between Younger and Ketchum. They combined for 95 yards tonight, and leading the way in the receiving game was Kenny Hendricks, 7 for 60, and he did it all pretty late. Kevin Say Jr. led the way in tackles with 8. What a game. Lexington holds on to beat Nashville 28-23. More SFLm action coming up in about 20 minutes. Stay tuned here on SFL YouTube. For Mark, I'm Cam. Good night, everybody.